Hi there, and welcome to Shakespeare TV, where we cover all your Shakespearean needs. Today in the studio, we have a full day full of interviews with observers and participants who were at the race today. Our first guests in the studio today are Julius Caesar and Mark Antony, who participated in the event. Aye, sirs, welcome to the studio.
Aye, sir, thank you. Pardon my shortness of breath as I have just come from the race.
And you did a fine job.
I'm glad to hear it. Caesar, my first question to you is, what did you instruct Antony to do during the race?
Aye, well, as part of the feast of Lupercal celebrations, it is a superstition that a sterile woman can become fertile if touched by one of the racers.
Very interesting. And Antony, who were you told to touch?
Caesar's significant other, Calpurnia.
Very good to hear. Well, while we are on the topic of the race itself, Mark Antony, why did you offer a crown to Caesar thrice times?
Aye, I think he deserves it, and along with everything. Although this specific crown was not a crown to be king, rather it was a coronet to symbolize his position and power.
And could one of you explain to the audience what a coronet is exactly?
A coronet is a smaller type of crown made out of materials such as sticks, leaves, burrs, etc.
And Caesar, what happened as Antony tried to offer you this crown thrice times?
Aye, as everyone saw, I swooned to the ground, and do not worry, my people, I am fine.
Well, I have heard you have fallen victim to the falling sickness.
That is not to be worried about now. I am promised forth elsewhere now. We must go.
Aye, we must.
Aye, well, thank you for your time, and we will be back after this commercial break with our next guest, Casca, who is an observer of the race.
Ever feel like you do not have the feeling of power recognition you deserve? Ever feel like your work is always gone unrecognized? Well, here's your chance. For $99, you can receive a replicated coronet of the one that was offered to Caesar at the race today. With its gold color and leafy branches, you will also be feeling powerful. Well, in fact, if you call in now, you will receive one just in time for the next Feast of Lupercal, where all your friends will be bowing down to you because of your beautiful coronet. Want one now? Go ahead and head to Rome, where you'll find our sales representative hanging around. We are here to make sure you feel powerful. Bye.
Hello there, and welcome back to Shakespeare TV, where we just recently finished our interview with Mark Antony and Julius Caesar over the recent race. Up next, we have in the studio Casca, an observer who is there live to describe his perspective on the action. Aye, Casca, thank you for coming in today. How are you?
I cannot believe what just happened there. So much yelling and so much action.
Why? Could you explain the reasoning for the yelling?
Why there a crown offered to him?
By whom, and did he accept it?
Why, Antony, of course, but it was not a crown for a king. Rather, it was a coronet. Caesar was offered it thrice, but never accepted it.
What was the audience's reaction along with yours?
All we could do was shout out of shock and pride in Caesar, but the most expensive part happened after the excitement. Caesar fell.
What do you mean he fell?
He swooned and began to foam at the mouth, leaving us all speechless. We believe he is a victim of the falling sickness.
How awful. Well, I hear you're having dinner with one of our next guests tomorrow.
Aye, yes. Cassius, of course.
Well, thank you for taking the time to come and see us today. And we will see you all after the break when we return with the beloved Brutus and Cassius.
Want to attend a yearly festival celebrating health and fertility?
Want to watch a major traditional race?
Want to come visit and spend time in the beautiful city of Rome?
Well, come on over to Rome and celebrate the Feast of Lupercal on February 15th. We can't wait to see you there.
Hi there, and welcome back to Shakespeare TV, where we just wrapped up our interview with Casca. Casca was present at the race and came in to share what happened at that race. He told us that a crown was offered thrice and that Caesar is a victim of falling sickness. Here in the studio now, we are here with Brutus and Cassius, who are ready to share their thoughts on what they heard from Casca after the race. Hi there, gentlemen. Thank you for coming in.
Hey, good sir. Thank you for having us.
My first question to both of you is, why were you not physically at the race? Why did you have to hear the news from Casca?
I invited Brutus to go attend the course with me, but he declined.
I personally am not a gamesome man, meaning I am not fond of sporting events.
Cassius, did this surprise you at all?
Why, yes, I was. I have recently noticed a difference in moods from him. His eyes didn't show the gentleness they usually do, and he's been quite stubborn and strange lately.
Of course, I was not mad at Cassius for any reason, rather, I have just had passions of same difference.
Well, could you share these passions?
As long as Caesar doesn't listen to this, well, I believe someone is gaining too much power, and I am concerned for the general welfare of the citizens, and that he becomes king.
Why? Are you talking about the beloved Caesar?
Aye, he is, and I agree with him.
Well, what are your plans to start taking his power?
Well, obviously we need to gain our supporters before saying this live on television, but we are ready to do whatever it takes to help and support the public welfare. With the beloved Brutus on our side, we can do anything.
Is there anyone else associated with Caesar who might be a threat to power?
Don't worry, we're keeping our eye on Mark Antony too.
Well, we appreciate all your honest answers and for sharing your thoughts and reactions. Thank you for joining us today with all our special guests after the big event of the race that occurred earlier today. We hope you'll join us again tomorrow on Shakespeare TV. Signing off.